What is up, DTube Steem blockchain? So today I want to talk a little bit about Tone Vays and the arguments about Steem blockchain. He did not like Steem blockchain a couple of years ago, and I saw a recent video he did, and he was still talking about not liking Steem, but it's kind of strange because Steem is the only community in this in the in the blockchain ecosystem that actually has something real going on, that actually has real humans using it. So if it's the only real social media blockchain community and it's still being used even a couple of years after Vays talked about it, and how people now have even innovated it further with, for example, DTube with Avalon blockchain, and people actually using real work. People are using proof of brain. They're taking photos, they're taking videos, they're writing original text. They are being paid for it. So people are doing real work. So at some point, I guess like shouldn't he maybe admit, I mean that Steem is not really a scam. It's actually something real. Yeah, it's built by code, intelligent code. Humans are using the code, and they're building stuff with it. Now, what it seems like a lot of people want to. The problem with nuanced ideas like this is when people want to put it, when people instantly want to judge it or label it, put it in a box, instead of trying to look at human societies and understand why Steem blockchain is appealing to a lot of people. Like, it's a very nuanced landscape. All this technology is extremely new. So instantly label something new as bad is almost like you're not using perception. So what it seems from my perspective, when I look at Vays, and it's very interesting, the videos. I appreciate everyone that's basically doing videos in this space because it like helps spread information much faster. So I learn a lot from watching a lot of people do a lot of videos, and it's amazing because there's very few people that do a lot of long videos. So Vays, he seems very genuine, and he's doing a lot of long videos, live streams that can be a couple of hours in length, and it's great. So when I look at this, it seems as he doesn't like this idea that you can create money from nothing. But at the same time, he likes Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is also created from nothing. So for me, it seems like hypocrisy. So you like Bitcoin, that doesn't really, I mean, it's just, for most people, just sitting there. So while in the Steem blockchain, you actually have real humans loving it and using it. So, and Bitcoin is created from nothing with the rules of the blockchain contract, or whatever now you want to call it. And on Steem blockchain, coins are being created from the rules of that contract, which is mainly based on voting and DPoS systems, or proof of stake systems basically. And people that have more stake can share out more. But at the same time, if you look at Steem blockchain, they have made improvements. They're sharing more with curators. They try to be more inclusive. They even added, if you want to do more downvotes, they have actually taken a lot of action to try to make to make ecosystem better. And it's not easy to build something globally and like try to make a profit and make it work and make people have buy-in. So you need to look at a lot of these systems with a lot of patience and trying to be a little bit more real, because because it's extremely nuanced, and you actually have real people that's being paid with this, and they find it extremely useful, and people like it. So what it seems to me is that most people have the problem with this concept of, I think they sort of, many people look at it as, well, you can create easy money from nothing. But that's not actually the case, because if you want Steem, you have to do work. Nobody's just going to vote on you that has a lot of stake. Nobody's going to give you free money. You actually have to put in some serious effort, time, and energy. So there's nobody that's making something easy here. Just as with all the other systems in the world, you have to work for it. You have to do stuff that other people are not willing to do. That creates value. Because most people, for example, don't want to do videos. They don't want to talk about stuff. And it's great that Vays are doing super long videos, trying to understand things. And people don't have to agree on everything, right? People don't have to agree on everything. But people can sort of, if everyone looks at it with more intelligence, we sort of see that everyone is trying to get to the same sort of goal. We're trying to get to a state where more people have more responsibility, have more freedom, can earn decentralized tokens, and do what they want with the value that they are earning from proof of brain or proof of mining or whatever now. So everyone is sort of moving towards the same thing. So for me, it seems like some people just want to create drama where there is no drama, and that many people sort of enjoy just doing drama stuff. And it's almost like some people, just to try to stay relevant, they want to associate with the latest cool person. So they just bring up some drama about that person, and in that way they can always stay relevant. They can always get people that come back to them, because it becomes like, oh, you have the good guy and the bad guy. While in reality, everyone is sort of moving towards, everyone is sort of trying to make systems better, right? So maybe it's something with nature. It tries to do dualistic sides, while actually, in fact, everyone is, actually, in fact, arguing and stuff like that. Eventually, it does create a better product. So in a way, it's like when tone Vays may be a little bit extreme on the Steem blockchain, it may actually, when you get more scrutiny on a project, it may actually sharpen the project in the long run, because it's been tested for more things. It hasn't been in a bubble. It actually has real scrutiny and real people that tries to attack something, and then the project or the people involved in that, they kind of reorganize themselves, and they get better also in the long run. So in a way, it's all just a play, I would say, maybe. But I would still enjoy if more people like try to sort of get to this point of realize, well, it's win-win for everyone if we just try to use intelligence and stop trying to exaggerate things when there is really nothing to exaggerate. So people really enjoy, like, people really enjoy the play of that, of like, because it actually is an easy way to get attention in the short run, to be a drama queen, right? But people can use so much time and energy to just see that if people just work together, then in the decentralized world, you sort of get better stuff eventually, right? So, and yeah, so that's what I want to talk a little bit about today. So Steem is still here, and I think people exaggerate this idea, like printing value. It is actually, in fact, a hard thing to sort of grasp in your head, especially when it's something new. It's a paradigm shift that, yeah, actually we can create value from nothing, and we can just have it in a code, and then people can interact with the code, and and then they can get rewarded, and eventually people are probably gonna be more come to an acceptance of that money is not really something magical. Ones and zeros in a computer is not something magical. We can write intelligent smart contracts that do stuff, and if you do certain things, you can make a lot of value. So it's proof of intelligence, and that's basically how it should be. And it feels like people try to box in money as something super magical, but now it's just virtual. Okay, it's just digital in the computer. It's not something magical, and we can create limitless supply of it. And I think it's hard for the human mind in many ways to grasp that concept, that we're moving more and more. The universe is still expanding, right? So it's like it's going towards infinity. And I think that is a concept that's very, very hard for many to understand, because they want to sort of anchor reality and money to some sort of thing, some physical thing or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I want to talk a little bit about today. Have a great day, DTube and Steem blockchain. Bye bye.